Hey, I'm TJ Schwanke and welcome to Outdoor Quest TV. Well, if that drive looked a little bit familiar to you, it should. I just did it a short 8 months ago when I headed out to Vancouver Island to hunt Roosevelt elk with Vancouver Island Coastal Bear Adventures. Had an absolutely phenomenal hunt. Took just a dream bull of a Roosevelt elk and just couldn't be more thrilled about that. But I left a little bit of business unfinished on that hunt. I also had a black bear tag in my pocket, and the weather had different plans after I shot my elk. We ended up having 200 millimeters of rain, and the rivers blew out, they flooded, we couldn't drive around, so I just cut my losses and got out early. The great thing is, Glenn had a last minute cancellation on a black bear hunt this spring. So I just got notice a couple days ago that I needed to be out here. Didn't waste any time. Just on the ferry right now. It's in Nanaimo, so apparently we're going to start hunting tomorrow. The weather's been really cold and rainy out here, but it looks like it's supposed to clear up this week. And talking to a few of the guides, they said the bears are just really starting to move. The boars are starting to cruise, looking for sows, get some sun. They are going to be out in full force. And if you know anything about these bears on Vancouver Island, they are just a whole nother subspecies of bear. There's no colored bears on the island. I mean, it's even rare for a bear to have a brown muzzle out here. These bears are jet black, and they grow huge on a diet of seafood. They're eating a lot of salmon in the streams. Some of the bears go right down to the coast, eat shells, things like that. And with the temperature and the climate on the island, these bears never really hibernate. You'll see them out in December, January, so they're packing on the pounds year round, and I've always wanted to hunt. I filmed actually a few of these bear hunts on the island, but I've never got to be the hunter myself, so I'm pretty excited. So I'm going to head upstairs on the ferry here, grab a little bit of lunch, then hopefully we'll be in Nanaimo soon. Well, we made it out to the island, got settled in, and hunting with Corey Fletcher here. And what's the plan today, Corey?
We're going to head up in the mountains. A bit of rain this morning, but should clear up. Should be a good day.
You're saying that the forecast actually looks a lot better where we're headed?
Yeah, it does. We're gonna head south, and it looks better down there. Where we're staying there in camp looked pretty wet today, but hopefully we'll find some clearer skies and find some bears.
So we're out fairly early here, but you're saying most of the bears you see are in the evenings here?
Yeah, a lot of in the afternoons anyway.
Yeah.
You'll see the odd one in the morning, but they're usually not out long. And evenings are better for sure. More action.
So you get up on a lot of high spots, do a lot of glassing?
Yeah, spot and stalk. So get up high and spot one that looks decent, and then figure out how to get to them. Go after them.
Awesome. Well, hopefully the rain stops here soon. It seems to follow me every time I come to the island.
Yeah.
Everyone has a dream season at some point in their lives.
We've got full freezers, a busy taxidermist, and several animals in the record books.
We sure do. Join us for our best season ever.
Join us on our dream season, season 24 of Outdoor Quest TV. Outdoor Quest TV is brought to you by Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Sacco Antica Firearms, demand perfection. Zeiss, we make it visible. Loa Boots, simply more. Silver Willow Taxidermy, see the difference. Closed captioning provided by Deluxe Wall Tents, made in Canada for Canadian conditions. Foggy out here this morning, Corey.
It is, yeah. Yeah, hopefully the wind blows it out or the sun burns it off, but it's a bit foggy up here. We'll go up and have a look anyway. Maybe it'll clear up for us.
Small bear, Corey?
Yeah, it looks like a young bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, feeding on the grass. We'll keep an eye on it. There, it could be a sow and there could be a boar with her, so we'll just watch it for a few minutes here. See if anything else comes out. Now we're gonna head over to a different area, try to find some clear skies. A little tough here. But it's bright. I think it's gonna clear up this afternoon.
Yeah, it's just kind of in and out, isn't it? It looked promising here for a minute.
Yeah, it looks good for a few seconds and then socks back in.
You're saying the bear really eat on this fireweed here, though?
Yeah, this stuff here, they really like this. Especially when it's younger, it's really tender. As it gets older, it gets harder, but right now it's their main food for them.
This slash is just full of it, isn't it?
Yeah, about a 3-4-year-old slash, so this is the stuff they like.
Think?
Looks like a boar for sure, but not quite what we're after. Maybe a medium size. Long way away, but I think we're gonna look other places.
A few more bears starting to pop out. So we spotted a bear from the other side, Corey. It looked like a pretty good one. So
Yeah.
what's the plan?
Yeah, we're just gonna walk in. He was moving, so we're just gonna walk in and see if we can find him.
Yeah.
Maybe get lucky and cut him off, or
Yeah. Took us a while to get over here. He looked close, but
Yeah.
figuring out which road he was on.
yeah, it's a maze of roads in here, so we'll see if we can find him. I'm looking at a sow right now. I don't see the boar though. All right, that's the boar on the right.
okay, but
not quite there.
yeah, close away.
Close, yeah. But not quite.
Yeah.
I think we'll find a bigger bear than that.
Outdoor Quest TV is brought to you by Defense Aerosols, bear spray for when your life depends on it. Safari Club International Canada, first for hunters. Alberta Outdoorsman Magazine. Midland Radio's communication for every adventure. On this hunt, we're shooting a Sacco Thin Light chambered in 300 Win Mag, and we're using Hornady Outfitter ammunition, and we're using that new 180 grain CX bullet. It's a monometal. On top of that, we've got a 3-18 by 50 Zeiss V6, and of course on top of that, we've got the ballistics turret. Now, this is a great setup for hunting bears, and it would work for bear protection too. But when we find ourselves in areas where, it's either illegal to have a firearm with you or just not convenient, that's when we rely on our Yukon Magnum bear spray. If you ever find yourself in a position with a bear where you need self-protection, bear spray works. It's that simple. One thing to be aware of with bear spray, however, it does have a shelf life. And if you look on the can right here, you'll see there's an expiry date. So check your bear spray. If it's expired, it's time to get some new bear spray. Well, let's head back to Vancouver Island and see if we can find a big boar. Well, it's the morning of day 2 here on Vancouver Island with Vancouver Island Coastal Bear Adventures. And we came back to a series of big slashes here that we were at last night and didn't see anything, but just looked too good. We figured there had to be bears here, and we spotted one just down in the bottom there a few minutes ago. So Corey's just grabbing the spot and scope and taking a look at him, but sounds like it's supposed to be a little better day today. It's supposed to warm up a little bit more, and then I guess we have 2 days without much rain, and then sounds like a bunch of rain coming in again. So hopefully we can get it done today or tomorrow before the weather goes bad. What's that one look like, Corey?
It's a younger bear.
Yeah.
But spotted him first 10 minutes of looking, so that's a good sign.
A little better luck than last night.
Yeah.
There had to be bears here.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
You said you've seen a big boar here though last week.
I did, and he was with a sow, so if we can locate the sow, he won't be far behind.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give this a good look and look over everything as well as we can, and hopefully we'll spot him.
We just spotted a sow and cub over on the far slope there. She's kind of in just a little tiny older slash that probably doesn't have the best feed in it, but with that little cub, it's probably a safe place for her. It's definitely when there's big boars around, those boars will kill those cubs pretty quickly. So she's probably just kind of hanging out over there where it's a little bit safer. Good to see a few bears this morning. The sun's coming out, and bears haven't seen the sun for a while, so they'll probably enjoy it. Just gonna keep watching. It's funny, you'll glass, and all of a sudden there's a bear there, and you go back 5 minutes later and it's gone. So lots of places for them to hide. Well, we got a bear spotted. It's quite a few miles away from here right now, but we're going to try and get closer on it, and hopefully it hangs around. Most of the boars we've seen have been moving pretty good, so whether it'll hang around or not, I don't know, but go take a little closer look. Looks like a good boar from this distance, but I guess you never know.
Okay, we're in position here. We're just gonna walk in on this bear. Should be about 200 yards in down below us, so hopefully we get a look at him. He looked pretty good from up on the hill, so we'll see.
We're just gonna head down the road here and then...
Yeah, we're gonna go up to about that timber.
Yeah.
Should be able to see him.
Okay. This segment is brought to you by Stony Creek Hunting Gear. It's in the blood.
Cat mouse here. We could just see his back, you know, over all the sticks and stuff. So he's dropped down below, so we're gonna have to go down to the lower side and hopefully he feeds out to us. So that's the plan. You're good.
He's down. Well, we spotted that bear from, I don't know, we had to be 4 or 5 miles away. Kind of drove all the way around and got up here, and we could just see his back and couldn't get a shot, so we kind of worked back around here and got up on this little knoll. And I've been kind of self-filming most of this hunt, and then Corey's been kind of doing the kill shots, and hard to play cameraman and not guide, isn't it, right at the moment? So
It's fun. It's a challenge, but it's fun.
I think I saw him just cartwheel though.
Yeah, I
so,
did too.
yeah. Well, Corey, that worked out pretty good, didn't it? We, you know, it's hard to tell from 4 or 5 miles away, but it looked like a big bear, and he looked like, you know, lots of space between the ears. And that's, you're saying you really watch the ears here.
That's, you know, it's super hard to judge black bears. The safest way for us is to look at the ears. If the ears look small with distance, you know, in between the ears, that's mainly what we go after. Once we got in on this bear, you know, it was pretty obvious he was a good bear when he was feeding.
Well, we kind of cat and moused with him a little bit, didn't we? We thought we knew where he was, and then all of a sudden he was way back here, and then he kind of went down, so we had to get around on him, but it worked out good. I think I ended up with about an 83 or 84 yard shot, so it's a pretty easy shot. But I don't know, coming here is always, I've filmed a couple hunts here. I've never had a chance to actually hunt bears here myself. It was something I really wanted to do, so when Glenn invited me out, said he had room this year, it was kind of a last minute deal. I was really happy about that, and then we'd met briefly when I was out elk hunting, so I was pretty excited. You have a knack for finding your way around these roads like nobody I've ever seen in my life.
It takes time. It takes time. It's not easy. There's so many roads, so many intersections, and you know, you just gotta drive them and figure it out and try
But
to
like,
remember.
you know, when you're 5 miles that way and the bear's here, it's not a straight line to get here. It's quite a convoluted way. So I was.
All I could say is it's experience driving these roads.
Well, thanks so much, man.
Great job.
It's been just such a
TJ.
pleasure hunting with you, and kind of a dream come true for me to actually get one of these beautiful island bears here.
Beautiful bear you got.
Great. So, Vancouver Island, Coastal Bear Adventures. If you want to come and hunt these great bears, this is absolutely the place to do it. But before we get eaten alive by black flies here, I think we'll get him skinned out and get him packed out of here. All right.
Back for dinner.
Sounds good. For more information on hunting these unique black bears on Vancouver Island with Vancouver Island Coastal Bear Adventures, check out their website at vancouverislandbearhunt.com. Outdoor Quest TV is also brought to you by these fine sponsors.